The NFL is officially back in full swing with the first Sunday slate just about wrapped up. Two teams, though, still await their first time taking the field, the Chicago Bears and Minnesota Vikings. Monday will be the first time J.J. McCarthy takes the field as the Vikings starting quarterback. It's been about 15 months since the Minnesota Vikings selected the Michigan national champion, 10th overall in the draft, and now he will make his debut at Soldier Field, just about 20 miles away from where he grew up.
Really cool to be from there, but at the end of the day, it's all about, executing football plays and going out there and doing my job. There's going to be, anxiousness, excitement, and, a whole lot of adrenaline. But at the end of the day, that's completely normal, and, accepting those emotions, you're able to let go of them a lot quicker than trying to deflect them and avoid them. So, I know I'm going to be amped up, but at the end of the day, I know that, Coach O'Connell is going to put me in a great position, and my teammates around me are going to, do everything they can to make sure we're successful each and every play.
While the 22-year-old McCarthy takes his debut as the youngest QB in the league, 35-year-old safety Harrison Smith, one of the oldest starters in the league, will not take the field. The Vikings announced Sunday that Smith will not travel with the team to Chicago and has been ruled out. The 14-year NFL vet has partially practiced only once since August 11th. This video is from before he was dealing with what has been reported as a personal health issue. Reports say that Smith is improving, though, and has made measurable progress. With his absence, the Vikings will look for others to step up. Head coach Kevin O'Connell shared his overall thoughts heading into Game 1.
I'm really proud of our team and the work we put into practice for divisional opener on the road. It's going to be, we're playing a really good football team. I know Ben and his whole crew are going to have that team ready, really talented football team, and we know the energy is going to be there in the building, and we've got to respond to it the right way and compete for 4 quarters.
A summer full of anticipation is almost over. Vikes and Bears kick off at 7:15 p.m. prime time on ABC and ESPN. Minnesota is a slight favorite for the game. In college football over the weekend, Eric Schmidt coached his first game in the Alaris Center, and it went about as good as you can imagine. UND went up 3 scores early in the first half thanks to another stellar performance from sophomore quarterback Jerry Kaminsky, and then the team coasted their way to the finish line, winning by 30. For Schmidt, it's his first head coaching win, and he says the team continues to get better as they prepare for a tough opponent this upcoming Saturday.
We talk a lot about going 1-0 and treating every single day like, it's 4th and 1, like it's the last 2 minutes, in Manhattan, and really trying to beat an opponent on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday. And I think our guys did a good job of they'll buy into those messages. There's definitely some parts to our football team that I think are really close to where it needs to look like in order for us to be a championship football team. And then there's some other parts yet that we got a lot of work to do here yet in order for us to be able to really compete with the best teams, in FCS football.
Nodak hits the road next to battle top 10 ranked Montana. We will hear from the team on that matchup on Monday. Meanwhile, in Tennessee Saturday, the NDSU Bison picked up their second blowout win of the season, defeating the Tennessee State Tigers 59-3. Cole Payton improved to 2-0 as a starter with another respectable performance, throwing for 166 yards and a score. For the second straight week, though, it was the Cheyenne product, Parika Penu, stealing the show. He found the end zone 3 times after a 2-score game in Week 1. NDSU has its home opener this upcoming Saturday when they host Southeast Missouri State. We will hear from the team on Tuesday. In Moorhead, the Cobbers hosted their first ever night game. The team had their hands full in the first half against Mayville State, who pulled out the trick plays that helped them march down the field and lead 3-0 at halftime. But in the second half, senior quarterback Jersey Seltzer gave Concordia their first points of the 2025 season with a pass to Davion Henderson, and the Cobbers would go on to win 17-6 over the Comets. Seltzer, who was a career backup for 4 years, got his first start and led Concordia to the win under the Saturday Night Lights.
I've just always loved football, and I thought, I can put my head down and keep working and let the results, shape out how they're going to, right? All you can do is control what you can control, and that's kind of the message that we told ourselves in the locker room as well. And it almost was like storybook, right? Come out, my first start, 0 points in the first half. And what is that? It's just adversity. You mentally battle yourself and come out and get points, and it just means the world.
Cobbers hit the road next to take on St. Olaf. To the baseball diamond, what a weekend it was for the FM RedHawks. After a marathon defeat Friday night, the RedHawks responded Saturday with a series-deciding win to advance in the Miles Wolf Cup playoffs. It was a loss in 15 innings Friday night. It could be understood for a lackluster performance the next night after a loss like that, but the RedHawks responded with a 6-run win. The win advances the RedHawks to the championship series in the division. Their opponent will be Sioux Falls. The Canaries knocked out the top-seeded Sioux City Explorers over the weekend. These seats at Newman Outdoor Field will be full of fans Monday and Tuesday as FM hosts the first 2 games of this best-of-5 series. Starting pitcher Kyle Krieger was one of the few players getting some throwing in Sunday at the field. He will start Game 2 of this series on Tuesday. He shared with me what it'll take to get another series win this week.
We're going to have to pitch it really well. They have probably one of the better lineups in the league. They rake. They have good arms too, and their bullpen's pretty solid. We just got to score more runs than them, try to keep them off the scoreboard, and let our hitters get to work.
Certainly is the name of the game. Score more runs than them and you'll win. Game 1 is at 6:30 p.m. Monday night. Game 2 will take place Tuesday with the series shifting to Sioux Falls on Friday. Guys, Aaron will be live for Monday's game, myself for Tuesday, so stay tuned as we'll follow along the playoff run.
We wish them the best. I'd also like to see him do some Tim McGraw karaoke.
Yeah, I was going to say,
like
he's
Tim
got a little
McGraw.
bit of a twang.
Yeah, exactly.